with my friend Rob,
How's it going?
aspiring pitmaster, at least home pitmaster.
I try my best.
He's doing great.
Thank you.
And we have Maddie over here, who is a barbecue enthusiast, and they're going to be helping us taste some North Carolina barbecue sauces today. While we're doing that, we're looking over here at our bounty that we picked up from the West Seattle Farmers Market today. Got some super hot peppers, some not so super hot peppers.
Yeah, that's
And we're also enjoying a beverage from the kegerator, a cider that I just put on tap yesterday, and water from Maddie.
yeah.
And
my
I call it
beautiful
blueberry crumble. It's going to pair nicely with our meat we're going to eat today. So let's dig into this. Let me slide this over here a little bit. Again, as I said, these are all North Carolina barbecue sauces that I tried. I was reading an article from, I believe it was called The Spruce. And I will put a link to that article in the video so that you can click on that and you can go and read about each sauce. I didn't alter them in any way like I would normally do to make it my own. I just wanted to try each recipe in its original state that they presented at. So I made a little bit of pork shoulder, not pulled pork like most of these would typically go on. That's the common thing in North Carolina is whole hog pulled pork. These are essentially country style pork ribs cut out of the pork shoulder, but I think they'll be just fine to do our taste test with. So with that said, we ready to go? Okay.
I'm ready to eat your food.
Awesome.
Love it.
Go ahead, grab a piece. The first one we're going to start with,
Probably do it without it, do you think?
if you want to,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh,
Would you like to, Matt?
Give it a little
Yes.
all right.
Oh, not that one. Oh, that's fine.
No, I think this one. What are you talking about?
So the first one, go ahead, take another one.
Oh, sorry.
The first one we're gonna test is their recipe that they called Wickers. This is a very, very thin sauce. You could use it as a marinade, or a lot of times it will be used as they chop up the meat and they douse the meat with it, toss it all before it goes to the table. Okay?
All right.
So go ahead, try that one. Again, I'm not going to go into like how each one is made. I'll put that article in there so you can go and read the ingredients and see what was going on with each recipe. Okay. The one thing that I thought was really interesting with most of these, some of them they're kind of outliers, but a lot of them were all the same ingredients, just applied slightly differently. So the big thing for me was wanting to see just how all those same ingredients differed from recipe to recipe.
Mm-hmm.
So Wickers, it's dark. I believe that one, if I remember right, has a little bit of Worcester sauce in it.
I can totally taste the Worcestershire sauce. Say that quick.
Smells good.
You know, I think this one actually would be a pretty good sauce on a steak too. Not
I think it'd be a wonderful sauce on the steak. Yeah, definitely.
What do you think, Maddie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you like it? All right. Yeah, I think that would be a great one on a steak.
I think it'd be a great one on the steak.
Again, most of these are really vinegary, so they help kind of cut through that fatty richness of the meat.
Definitely.
I like it. Okay, we're gonna kind of line these up. Maybe put them in a little order as we go
Taste
through
test.
and kind of
All right.
taste. We can move them around if we decide.
I like it. Okay.
I like that one second best, not anymore.
Perfect.
Okay,
Oh,
grab another piece.
get another piece. Pieces. Shoulder.
Correct.
Oops.
Pork shoulder, pork butt.
Pork shoulder,
It's all the
pork
same
butt.
thing.
I love it. It's all good.
All right, next one is meat bees. Go away. So this one is called Piedmont sauce or Lexington dip. North Carolina, as far as barbecue preference, gets kind of split up from west side of the state to the east side of the state. Piedmont dip, Piedmont Lexington dip is more western North Carolina,
Okay.
and apparently, from what I understand, you don't want to get it mixed up or you get yourself in barbecue trouble.
Is this kind of like the East Coast, West Coast?
I think so,
there
yeah.
you go. Okay.
Again, a real thin vinegary sauce.
I just like douse it in the sauce.
Oh, it's so good.
Just spill it everywhere. Where are you gonna have room for the other sauces?
Oh, yeah.
Without dipping anything else?
Oh yeah.
That's a good point. Well, I'd say this has definitely got some flavor behind it. I feel like the first one though is definitely got more of a flavor.
I like the first one better.
And kind of like what we were talking about before with the injection
Mhm.
kind of stuff. I think this one would be great for it. And then the other one. Obviously.
Both of them, I think.
Yeah.
It's two completely different flavor profiles for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Really good.
I like it. Yeah.
Mhm. What do you think?
I like it. It's just the fact that I like
You're still
The
going back to
Wickers.
Wickers.
You like that one?
better. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's still my
So we'll
favorite.
go 1 and 2 right there.
And did you say this was East Coast, West Coast? Or no?
Not East Coast, West Coast. There's
East
Eastern
Coast.
Eastern Carolina,
Yeah.
North or Western Carolina.
Sorry, I was getting my rap.
Right.
Struggles going. Okay. Sorry.
You gonna start rapping?
No,
As
that's
long
later.
as I
That's a
get
different
food.
video.
Then I enjoy being on this YouTube channel.
Okay, good.
Just
Perfect.
give me food.
So we're bribing you to be here.
yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Nothing wrong with that. All right.
Okay. There
Next
you
one.
go.
Food to put the food on.
All right. Next one. Next one we got. So these two kind of get paired together. There's Best Odds barbecue sauce, Best Odds pulled pork barbecue sauce, and then there's the Best Odds pulled pork table sauce. So again, when you're doing your whole hog, you chop it all up. This would get squirted into it, all mixed up
Before
and
you
bef-
cook.
before no
Before
after
you-
it's cooked.
After it's cooked.
When you
Okay.
after you chop it, mix it all up. It would, like, say if you're in the restaurant getting it, it would be on your pork before it came to your table.
Got it.
And then this one,
Beef
is the
patties.
table sauce for it. If you decided you wanted a little extra
Little
sauce
more,
on the
okay,
table.
okay.
So we're gonna start with that one first.
Okay.
There you go.
He's attacking.
I know.
Except for the fact that
Like
there's
a-
only one bee attacking.
It's barbecue. It's outdoor eating. There's
There
always
you
a
go.
meat bee.
Ooh.
They want the meat, and yet they don't get the meat. That makes the meat.
I do
taste
like that
angry.
one.
I feel like that one's got a little more mustard. Not overwhelming, but it's got some mustard.
I don't think there's any
hits to
mustard
it.
in this one.
So my taste buds are totally off. Don't ever listen to me. But it's still good.
I just thought of something.
What's that?
At the end, after we tried everything,
Mhm.
what if we try one with every single sauce mixed together?
Ooh, I can make that happen because I have a jar in the fridge
Yes.
that was all the leftovers that didn't fit into this bottle.
Done
So
and done.
it's one sauce that's got a little bit of everything in it, almost everything.
Love it.
Okay, I'm gonna put that one. I like it. I'm gonna put that one at number 3.
Okay.
What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah, no, out of the 3 that we've had, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Except Wickers is still first.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
still number
Okay.
1.
Meats.
All right.
You're up.
Keep mine away from
The bees. The
Well.
meat bees.
All right. So now this is the Best Odds table sauce. So what would you use to?
that it would come with.
Correct.
This one would be on the table.
Correct.
In this moment of science we have, I would like to show you this amazing fish fork. It's a fish. I don't know why. I just decided to.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
a fish.
Glad you like the utensils. I was gonna give you plastic.
How dare it?
Right.
This one is the one that I feel like has got more mustard in it.
Agreed.
Yeah, but I still feel like the other one did too. Though. But this one you can actually taste the
Yeah.
mustard, and it's still light though. It's not like a thick mustard sauce.
Right. But there is a hint of it. Yeah, for sure. I think
Yeah.
I agree. And I can see them pairing together very well. I think for me, I would want to chop it up, use that one, and,
And then
still
put that
and
on
still have
later,
table
yeah.
sauce.
Well,
What do you think, Maddie?
It's
It's thicker.
extremely vinegary.
is
Okay.
it? Okay.
All
I
right.
mean, to me, my taste buds say it's vinegary. So, I'm not really sure if it's. Well, I think it's the most vinegary, but
Okay.
I'm not sure which place it should
Well,
go in.
It
But
also
I
might
think
seem a
it
little bit
would
more
be-
vinegary to you because it's a little thicker, so more of it sticks to you, the piece of meat.
Oh, that could be true. Okay. All right, that makes sense.
I feel like it could. I'm not sure if it should be like third or fourth. So
How about if we do this? Let's
Put
just
it right there. Yeah.
leave
Yeah.
those right there like that, since they kind of go together anyway. All right. Okay, so next up, this one strays from what we've been doing quite a bit.
Okay.
So this one, they just call their Southern vinegar sauce. What makes this one stand out and be quite a bit different is it is largely butter and vinegar.
Healthy.
Very healthy.
Okay.
I as I was reading reading these recipes and assembling everything, most of them were, per serving was 30 calories, 40 calories per, I think it was like tablespoon. This one was like 220.
very healthy.
Here, just take it.
Yeah, let's
Take that one off because we warmed that one up because of the butter. Just pour it on.
Cool.
Oh, wow. Okay, so he has about 440 calories of sauce right there.
Good thing I'm rooting that up.
Why is it yellow?
Because it is butter and powdered
Yeah,
mustard and vinegar.
Oh,
This might go.
It's
Oh.
rich.
oh, it's so rich. It's so good.
This might go a bit
It's,
different for me because I'm not really a fan of mustard.
Oh,
Don't worry.
it tastes
butter
more,
covers it
yeah,
up.
it tastes more like butter than mustard. Believe me.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's butter.
Yeah, it's butter.
You think you like that one?
Oh.
I don't know.
I like it, but I can
It's
see
a
where
it's
it
a
would
lot.
be. What would you use this with? Well, like what would you? I mean, obviously
Just-
you're
I
not
have
gonna
never tasted any
put
sauce
this
like
on.
that before in my
Well, you might
entire
put it on
life.
like
I
a
agree.
pork loin and just I don't know.
Well,
It tasted like
again,
only
it's
butter.
Carolina, so a lot of Carolina is all pulled or chopped pork. So
Right.
you're making a sandwich, and
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
put a
going
little-
on it.
Okay. That's really rich.
Oh my
It's really good, but it's really rich.
That's really buttery. No wonder it's like 1,000,000 calories per tablespoon.
Well, if you're worried about calories and you're eating barbecue, you chose the wrong meal.
That's correct. Exactly.
So I'm gonna.
I'm not really worried about calories.
I don't know. I mean, I don't
That
even
is
know if I
just
want to put
butter.
that over there in that category because it's just so different.
It is.
I think we're just
it's
gonna
definitely a difference.
Yeah.
we're gonna set that there and
If you
we're
want,
gonna-
you can try and make
I mean-
it. You'll see how buttery it is. It's very butter filled.
Correct.
Right.
And good.
And that's some of the fun of it. If you like it, take and maybe add more vinegar or just pull,
Kind of lighten it up.
There's
a
about a
bit.
cup of butter in there, so you could maybe back it down to half.
Or have it for dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
have
you
it for
can have that
dessert.
for dessert. It's literally
Okay.
butter.
So we are coming down to the last bottle of sauce that I have here, and then we're gonna switch it up just a little bit.
Okay.
Those are bottles.
But let's go with the another piece of pork.
This is so weird. Never tasted anything like that.
I agree. That was definitely when I tried that one when I was making it. That was definitely the most unique barbecue sauce that I had ever tried. I looked at it and I was like, I mean, I've put butter in barbecue sauces before,
Well.
but not to that extent. All right. So then this one technically is a chicken sauce, but they just called this one North Carolina barbecue chicken sauce.
Okay.
So it'll work on pork, and we can try it. I got some chicken coming up here in a little bit too. So
I'm excited about that. Actually,
I do like the
Chicken.
pork with the. Is this pork? I forgot what it's.
it is.
pork. Yep.
Okay. I was gonna say it kind of tastes like pork. I'm not really sure if I like it better with this. I like it plain, honestly.
The pork?
I really like meat in general, so
No.
this just adds more.
And there is nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of places where they don't put any seasoning on it. They cut the pork up, they put it on the smoker, and they let the smoke and the pork do their thing, and that's how they eat it. So There's nothing wrong with that either.
You know, this one's hard to go after that.
Yeah.
It's such a come down from the
Butter.
Yeah,
butter.
the richness of that.
But that's
It's
good.
good.
It's not spicy at all.
Can I try another piece with that?
Of course you can.
Yay.
There you go.
I'm curious to try that actually on the chicken.
Oh, chicken sauce.
Honestly,
Yeah.
you're right.
Okay, so with that said, we're gonna try the chicken. So the one that I don't have a bottle of it. This one again was a very unique sauce. It was mostly vinegar and egg, were the two.
The next sauce.
The next sauce.
Okay.
So it's raw egg, so they don't recommend that you, eat it
Nobody
raw.
is a weenie here.
I'm not too worried about that.
Okay.
But it was the way that they
take
described
it.
it was more of a marinade and then basting while it's cooking. So that's what I did.
Okay.
And then we can try it by itself, and then we can try any of the sauces on it that we want. So
Done. Okay.
the Cornell sauce.
Cornell. Okay.
I don't have the sauce because I used it more as a marinade and then a baste while it was cooking. So this has been this was marinated for, about 2 days,
Oh.
and then smoked and basted with the sauce with some leftover sauce. So go ahead and
Sounds like very good chicken.
try that. Let me know what you think.
Eat it.
And then if you
Go
want
ahead.
to try any of the sauces, but especially that
Oh,
North
that chicken
Carolina
sauce.
chicken sauce on it. See what we think.
Okay.
Oh.
Mmm. Good chicken.
Wow.
Simple.
Yeah.
I mean,
Light. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it's subtle. It's not.
it's very subtle.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that it was. You can tell that it was marinated,
Mm-hmm.
but you can still taste the smoke. You can still taste chicken.
Uh-huh.
Viewers probably want someone to put some stuff on the chicken. And
Yeah, then go ahead and try it. Try it with the sauce.
Yeah.
Shall be the first.
There you go.
Sauce. Do you like some sauce?
I would
Try it.
some sauce. Thank you. Mm. Wow, that's really good on the chicken.
Those two pair really well together.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna try this versus
I like that quite a
the
bit.
Wickers. I'm sorry,
Is that the
Wickers
Wickers? Do you like the Wickers
She
best?
really is
Yeah.
going
She's
back
like
to the Wickers.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to follow your lead and try a little bit of that on there.
All right. Well, I feel like I don't
I don't know.
want to be left out.
I think I'm kind of following Maddie's lead here.
Unfortunately, I think
You like this one?
Yeah, I like the chicken. Chicken sauce.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're leaving Wickers in number one.
Yeah, but I like with the chicken.
With the chicken, you like the chicken
and that
sauce.
marinade. What was the marinade again?
That was the Cornell sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. I
Really
like that.
looks good or tastes good.
Okay, so the last two that we've got,
You might need chicken.
yes, you can have more chicken. We're gonna go back to pork for a minute though.
Aw.
The last two that we've got, we're gonna move out of North Carolina,
Okay.
and we've got a Memphis sauce and a traditional mustard sauce.
Okay.
So both thicker.
Nice.
They still have vinegar in them, but they're thicker. They're not as vinegary, and I feel like they're a lot more bold. They're a lot bigger flavors.
Okay.
Where the North Carolina sauces seem to be a lot more subtle than these.
Or maybe a little less thicker and.
Well, I think some of it, like the sauce isn't hanging on the piece of meat as much.
Okay. Okay.
So go ahead and take 2 pieces, Maddie.
Start with this.
Okay.
With this one.
Yeah, sure. Start with the Memphis.
My fork can grab it. And I'll
probably a spice stuck in it.
Yeah.
There you go,
Ooh.
Maddie. I'm just gonna.
Okay, thanks.
So that I would say is totally different.
Oh, it's- yeah.
From the North Carolina
Completely.
that you're doing.
Completely different.
Yeah, that's like thicker, not as much vinegar.
Definitely not so much vinegar.
Yeah.
More tomato.
Yeah. Huh. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely more tomato. Not
So
to
when
say
you-
I don't like it because it's really
When you
good. But,
when you go and look at the recipes in the article,
yeah.
you'll also see like most of these have maybe 4 or 5 ingredients. You know, this one's got probably 10 ingredients. You know, a lot more spices.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Complexity.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just gonna say. Okay, so then let's try the mustard sauce. Here, go ahead.
You want to try it?
Yeah, I know. Maddie's not a huge fan of mustard, but she's gonna give it a go.
Try a bit on the side. Tiny bit, and then
Oh, there you go.
just a little bit.
Solid attempt.
I like it. Oh.
Put some on my finger and tried it. Very mustardy. I'm just not a
Yeah,
big
I
fan
mean-
of mustard. Just
I love
Try
it.
don't
I
touch
love a
it.
mustard sauce. It's really hard to compare them to the others because it's just so.
It's
Completely
it's
different.
Totally different. Yeah.
But I really like it.
Oh. Yeah.
It's almost.
I
It's
like
almost.
it,
It's
but
almost floral.
yeah. Yeah.
The good thing about it,
Compared to everything
in my
else.
case,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
the good thing about the mustard sauce thing, in my case, would be that the taste of the pork kind of overrides the taste of the mustard after like a couple of seconds. But it's
So
not
does
that
that mean
good to mustard lovers.
Okay. Does it mean that, like, you wouldn't necessarily like the sauce by itself, but when you put it on the piece of pork, it pairs nicely with it? Or would you? Or are you just saying after a few bites, you finally get to taste pork again? Okay.
kind of both.
All right. That's fair.
No.
I'm just not that big of a mustard fan,
Okay.
so my taste.
So
is
since we've got kind of Memphis represented here, and then we've got the Carolinas represented over here,
Mhm.
well, and here.
Small Carolinas.
That one's just a
That's a
outlier.
That's
so
strange.
Where would you go? Would you lean more towards these sauces, or would you lean more towards Memphis?
gosh.
I mean, I've had more flavors of Carolina, the Carolina sauces, and I've had less for the Memphis sauces. So I'm kind of
You
leaning
mean less
more
taste?
Towards, yeah, like less taste
Okay.
since there's not as many sauces.
Sure.
So I'm kind of leaning more towards this way than that way, but I mean, I'm not going all the way over there.
Okay.
So are you saying you want to come back
You
and
need to
taste
do another
more of it?
tasting.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Personally, the vinegar taste, I'm not a huge fan of. All those are really good though, but I like
You like a thicker, more
Memphis.
bolder sauce?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing we have more pork in the bowl.
Yeah.
Because it's going to
Oh.
be gone in the next 2
Oh.
seconds.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. I think that kind of covers it. Cheers.
Love it.
I'm going to personally say that I'm going to go back for both. I think they're different applications, and
I think I'll join you.
I think I would apply them in different days depending on just what I wanted to taste. So, again, go
You
ahead,
like the
dig
pork?
in. Again, I will post the link to the article that I read, so you can look at the recipes. Most of them take about 10 or 15 minutes to make. I made all of these sauces in just a couple hours one afternoon. They're super simple to make. Change them up as you want to, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.